Okay, gents, let's talk about disrespect in relationships from women. Now, if you're new to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up and the bell notification. All that helps me grow the channel. Also, if you are set on overcoming your nice guy syndrome or getting better with women in relationships, navigating difficulties in relationships, do check out the ebooks in the description below. Those are going to give you a great head start for embodying your masculine energy in relationships. And like I said, navigating the mess, which is modern day relationships. Anyway, enough of that. Let's dive in, okay? I first want to talk about the ways in which disrespect shows up, okay? I'm going to talk about the impact of disrespect or tolerating disrespect from a woman, and then a couple of ways that you can resolve this, navigate it. And perhaps it's worth me first prefacing this by saying that as men, we do not want to blame the disrespect solely on the women, all right? As mature men, you want to start taking responsibility for what you're evoking in your partner. Okay, so how she is showing up towards you, the regard she holds you in, is often going to be a reflection of the man you're showing up moment to moment in the relationship. Okay, what kind of energy you are embodying, okay, what kind of trust and safety and containment you are bringing to the table. Also, and this is a really, really important one, the kind of emotional maturity and respect that you are modeling. All right, because a woman will, more often than not, treat a man better who she respects. And she's only going to respect a man who is embodying a certain energy, okay, who actually holds himself in high regard and has a lot of self-respect. So that's kind of the root stuff. Nevertheless, women do disrespect men. Okay, and another aspect of being a mature man is what you tolerate, okay, and how you approach that disrespect when it occurs. And we will touch on that towards the end of this video, okay, but just know it is your responsibility, the degree of disrespect you tolerate. And, you know, the more you tolerate, the more you're giving the message, the more you're conditioning her that it's okay for her to treat you that way, and things just go south from that. Anyway, enough of that. Let's go into the ways in which disrespect shows up. All right, the first thing I want to talk about is not taking your needs, requests, or boundaries seriously. Okay, so let's say you are modeling that emotional maturity and you're bringing forward your needs, requests, wants, boundaries, etc., and she scoffs them off, or she makes fun of them, or she just completely disregards them on a consistent basis. It's not like she had like one slip up and she forgot about it. No, she just does not acknowledge what you need in the relationship. All right, healthy relationships are when two people are willingly, coming together to co-create something by respecting each other's needs, desires, and boundaries. Another big way a woman will disrespect man is just by simply lying, okay, or not taking accountability for the way she's manipulating you with her emotions. Now, this is a topic for a whole nother video, which I will link up here. Another big way women disrespect men in relationship is just a sheer lack of acknowledgement or appreciation, whether it's, financial support you're giving or emotional support or sacrifices you're making. This can be like easily done, but if you feel like you're getting little appreciation and maybe you've spoken about it, that is registered by men as being disrespectful. Another way that women will disrespect men is actually flirting with other men openly in public, particularly in friend circles, okay, because it's an indication that she obviously doesn't respect you enough, or she's openly entertaining other options, or you find out that that's been done deceitful. Okay, that is a huge disrespect. So long as that's in your relationship agreement, okay, that's not considering open dynamics. Another big disrespect is character slanders, okay? Belittling you in public. Even worse when it's done in friend circles, all right, in front of friends. I've spoken about this in this video where I talk about the ways in which women emasculate men. Another huge one is any kind of physical violence, all right, or physical abuse, okay? You should never tolerate that, all right? And especially if that becomes a consistent thing. But you need to have the self-respect where you have a hard line around that and you communicate that very early on in the relationship. But in general, disrespect is going to be the tone in which she speaks with you, okay, what she says to your face, okay, what she says about you in public. It's going to be how she handles your requests, all right? It's going to be also how she shows up herself, okay, how she looks after herself. Now, women who respect their partners, they will want to keep themselves, looking attractive because, sex is an important part of a healthy relationship, all right? And if she is just completely letting herself go, not taking any care with her health, her appearance, that is a sign of I don't care about the sexual attraction enough in this relationship, all right? I don't care about you enough to offer you that. Now, of course, for each and every one of you, there's going to be individual barometers, there's going to be individual wounds and standards where you will gauge your disrespect. But I want to say here that you really want to nip disrespect in the bud early on, okay? Because what you tolerate early on in the relationship will set in the culture of that relationship, which will then just carry on down the line and is a lot harder to break further down the line. Okay, so as a man, you do need to take responsibility for the kind of relationship, the tone of the relationship early on. All right, just know that whatever gets set in early on will be more difficult to break further down the line. And in those earlier stages, the way you are going to handle this is to show that you are prepared to walk away if the disrespect is persistent or if it is to such a high degree. Maybe it's something as bad as infidelity. You are showing that you are not afraid to walk away. So what's the impact of disrespect? Well, here's the thing. If you tolerate disrespect and a woman feels that she can get away with treating you in this way, first thing that's going to happen is that it's going to actually erode her attraction towards you. Okay, so this could be coming in the form of either explicit or inexplicit feminine tests where a woman wants to kind of test your mettle, test what you're made of, your boundaries, your standards, your self-respect, etc. And if you're failing these tests, again, whether they're conscious or not, she's going to get some kind of idea of your strength or what she can get away with. And if she feels she can get away with a lot, she will respect you less, and that's going to kill her attraction. And then that's going to be the demise of the relationship, all right? Because she's not going to want to get close. She's not going to want to sleep with you. Sex life's going to deteriorate. And again, it will just be the demise of the relationship. Also, from your part, when you are feeling disrespected, you're going to build up a lot of resentment, all right? And you're going to feel frustrated and you're going to question, hey, I could get better treatment elsewhere or from someone else. And you will either have the conversation, all right, and there will be change, or you'll have the conversation, there won't be change, and you will have the balls to leave the relationship because you have high self-respect. Or perhaps you have the conversation, there's no change, and the resentment builds, and then you act out in passive-aggressive behavior, which is also another toxic thing which will lead to the demise of a relationship. Or at very worst, either one of you, or perhaps both of you, will look outside of the relationship to get needs met or get the affirmation and the respect that you're not receiving in the relationship. So those are the kind of two primary ways that disrespect will impact a relationship. So how does one navigate this or resolve this if it is already set in your current relationship? Well, let's say you're not yet in a relationship and you're in the dating phase. I would highly suggest being more observing around a woman's actions. Okay, so don't just go on what she's saying, really observe how she behaves. Okay, what are her choices of actions? Okay, so you can know the kind of woman you're actually getting into. Also, you want to have the self-respect that you can confront her on her behavior or the disrespect, or just make your needs and boundaries well known. Okay, you state them clearly and confidently, and you show, again, what I mentioned earlier, that you are not afraid to walk away from a relationship where you're not feeling respected, because that in itself will foster more respect. All right, if you show that you have weak boundaries or you can tolerate a lot, then, like I've been talking about, this is just going to feed into her feeling that she can get away with this behavior. So ultimately, the root of this is your self-esteem, all right? Your self-respect, how you regard yourself, okay? Because you do not want to be too agreeable, too pliable early on in a relationship. Again, that will set in this culture of disrespect. Now, if you are a nice guy who has weak boundaries, if you find it hard to confront people or to advocate for yourself, putting your needs out there or making clear requests, all right, no wishy-washy, backhanded, covert contract type thing, you're really going to have to work on your self-esteem, any toxic shame you carry, so that you're more confident and assertive in putting yourself out there and showing where your standards are. And for men who give this pushback, this will bleed into more self-respect. All right, guys, so this is a video on self-respect. Hopefully you're getting a good idea of how this is going to show up, what the negative impact is, and the ways that you can actually try and resolve this. Once again, if you're new to the channel, do hit subscribe, hit the like button, and check out the ebooks below. Those are going to help you overcome the nice guy syndrome and navigate relationships with women. All right, thanks very much.